I guess my apologies to the crazy lady that yelled at me, you know? I guess I should say sorry to her for, you know, in a way, accusing her in a video of stealing this this setup off the ground when she didn't do that. She just yelled at me and spit at me and threatened to have me arrested. Oh, what's up guys? It's early in the morning. It's Friday. It's been exactly 1 week since I lost my reel. Say hello to wifey. She's back there getting ready to go to work. She's all spiced up for field day.
Kendra Scott field day.
Kendra Scott field day.
It's
going
like
down.
Challenge, but with jewelry.
Like the challenge, but with jewelry. Sounds awesome. Yeah, a bunch has happened, man. A lot has happened, and in this video, that's right, we're going to get my rod back, man. Stay tuned. Woo! Okay, huge developments in the world of rod recovery. Just gonna start this one out by saying I was wrong. Never have I been more happy to be wrong. I found the guy who has my rod. Turns out that I was wrong. It was not the crazy lady. Another fisherman found it. He's been holding it for me. He didn't know how to get a hold of me. I'm gonna go to the guy's house right now, pick it up. When we get back here, I'll update you guys on everything that's happened in the past week, everything leading up to this, what led to me getting my rod back. I've never been more happy to be wrong. Luckily, that crazy lady didn't get it, but I'm gonna go to the guy's house and get the rod right now. I'm not gonna film that. I have to go up to his house, so I'm not gonna film this guy's home or anything, but I'm gonna go get my rod, and I'm really happy right now, man. Happy to go get the rod back. Let's go. Oh man, all right, we got the rod back, man. It's officially in our possession once again. This fiasco is over. Man, it's gonna feel good to put this one behind me, man. Woo! Oh, she's back there, man. Safely returned home in one piece to your boy. Man, I'm stoked. I'm so stoked to have this thing back. Crazy, I already ordered a replacement, man. I had come to terms with the fact that this thing was gone, and I ordered a replacement already. Oh man, you guys will have to stay tuned to figure out what I ordered. But man, probably not gonna return what I ordered. Just throwing that out there right now. Just gonna go ahead and keep it. Why not? I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a vlog style video, just walking around the house talking to the camera like this. Can't remember the last one, but yeah, been a lot of fishing going down, and I'm okay with that. Shout out to all the new people here subscribing for the fishing stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Lunkers TV on in the living room. So anyways, yeah.
Hello, Dad.
You're not going to school? Okay, go to school. Have a good day. Ride the school bus.
Is she clean in there?
Oh yeah, she's clean. She smells new in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Got in there, checked the battery, 100%, and it smelled like a new boat. Smelled like 2012 in there still.
Nice.
Yeah, wifey's headed off to work. Say bye. Say bye. 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 I love you.
I love you. Bye, sweetie.
Have a good day.
Something pooped on my car.
Well, dang. Something pooped on the car. Bummer. What's up, boys? You guys haven't seen the dogs on the channel in a while. Here they are. You already had breakfast, bro. Come on, let's go inside. Go. Go inside. Go inside and talk a little bit more about this whole situation and about how I was totally wrong. Totally wrong. Never been more happy to be wrong in my life. Turns out the crazy lady that was yelling at me in the park was not the lady that found my rod, so super stoked on that. A fisherman found it, thankfully. He just didn't know how to get a hold of me, man. He was not on any of the local social media apps or pages or groups or any of that kind of thing. Nobody in the neighborhood knew the guy. If you don't know what's going on, I was down in my local private village park fishing last Friday, 1 week ago, and set my rod down on the bank, forgot about it like an idiot for a short period of time, realized it was gone, went back, and it was gone. It was no longer there. Somebody had found it, taken it, so I went on the mad hunt, and obviously going down a dark road in my head thinking that I would never see this thing again. I put out a video thinking that this crazy lady who was screaming at me had stolen the rod. It turns out that my entire assessment of the situation was inaccurate. So I'm making this video right now to rectify the story, tell you guys how I got my rod back. So you guys saw my take on what I thought happened. Obviously, I made it very obvious what I thought happened. Went down a rabbit hole. I just have the worst feeling that she went back by and found my rod, and now that crazy lady that was down there has it. The only other person that I wasn't able to contact out of everyone that was in the park that morning ended up having the rod, and I'm super thankful. I'm grateful, and I've never been more glad to be wrong. I'm very grateful to this gentleman for hanging on to my rod, keeping it safe for me, and then returning it to me today. It's been exactly 1 week since I lost it, so 7 days to the day, pretty much to the hour actually. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning when all this went down, and it was around 8 o'clock this morning when I got my rod back, so man, I was super stoked. So I want to tell you guys a little bit more about how I actually found the guy. It was crazy. I'm pretty persistent, and I wouldn't give up. So after I lost the rod, I went on a mad hunt trying to get in touch with everybody who was in the park that morning. I got in touch with the security folks here in the village, and they were able to pull the security camera footage from the gate that morning of everyone going in and out. And then that took a little while, a couple days for that to get going. But once it did, they were able to see what appeared to be a golf cart, and in the back of the golf cart when they were leaving was my fishing rod. So it was at that point I knew that the lady didn't have it. Somebody else had it. Turns out it was the dude in the video. Hey, did that lady that walked by say anything to y'all?
I don't know if she was singing something.
The same dude that I talked to before I went and tried to talk to that crazy lady was the dude that found my fishing rod. He left right behind me. I left the park, realized the rod was gone. He left the park behind me, turned. I turned around and went back to the park and barely missed him. All this was confirmed on the video cameras. You could see us leaving like pretty much one after the other, and then me coming back. It was pretty much the perfect storm for him to find my rod and me to miss him. And anyways, man, I was wrong, and I'm super stoked that I was wrong. The rod is back, and that's the end of this one. Thankfully, that crazy lady that was screaming at me about whatever she was screaming at me about didn't get my rod, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Never been more stoked to be wrong. It's all good. I owe this dude big time. So super grateful, super thankful. I'm happy to be able to make this video. I was not happy to be able to make that last video, but this one, come out and say, hey, I was wrong. It wasn't that lady. It turns out it was just a old school fisherman that wasn't online and wasn't messing around on social media seeing any of the stuff that I was posting on the Lost and Found. So like I said in the last video, I will learn from this, man. What did I learn from this? There are still good people out there in this world. That was a crazy day. I had someone get upset with me and lash out to me in the park while I was fishing for what seemed to me to be no reason. And it brought my spirits way down. I tried not to let it. And then once I realized that the rod was gone, it was just like a tumult of negativity that day. And my mind immediately went to the darkest corner, thinking the worst has happened. But I learned today that the worst did not happen. There are still good people out there. This was a nice gentleman who picked up my rod, kept it in his garage, didn't even change the bait. I could tell it hadn't even been casted, not one time. He didn't mess with it. He gave me his address. I went directly to his house. He was very kind, came right out, shook my hand, gave me my rod back, and was happy to see it get back to me, and just said that he didn't know where I lived and didn't know how to find me. I guess my apologies to the crazy lady that yelled at me, you know? I guess I should say sorry to her for, you know, in a way, accusing her in a video of stealing this setup off the ground when she didn't do that. She just yelled at me and spit at me and threatened to have me arrested. I feel like it might be a little bit of good karma coming back to me. Not too long ago, I actually found a wallet in a grocery cart at the grocery store when I was going. Made a late night grocery run, found a wallet stuffed full of cash and credit cards in a grocery basket. And it felt like fate, you know. The buggy was sitting out in the middle of the parking lot, and whoever left that wallet behind, she must have just left as I was pulling up, and I got out of my truck, parked out in the middle of the parking lot, you know, out by myself, right by that buggy, and just grabbed it and started pushing it up to the door and was just gonna use it myself, you know. I saw that wallet sitting there, and it turned into a fiasco, man. Like I said, packed full of cash and credit cards. Everything from this woman's life was in this wallet, and I had to go and you know, I felt compelled to do the right thing and not only keep it safe and not mess with anything inside of there, but do everything I could to track this woman down. And it turned into a mission. It turned into a giant mission. Her address she had moved from the address that was on her driver's license. There were no contact information whatsoever in the wallet. Contacting the stores and financial institutions and things like that were absolutely no help, and it was a tough mission. I went on a long drive going to that address, trying to find this lady, and I got there and some other lady answered the door that had been living there for like 3 years and was like, I have no idea who this person is. And then miraculously, through a crazy turn of events, I found a small Post-it note folded up in the bottom of the wallet. Decided to just forego privacy and dig through and see if I could find anything in there with a number. And there was a folded up Post-it note with one little phone number written on it. And I called that person and they happened to know who I was talking about. So after driving around for multiple days and really worrying, thinking that this person was probably freaked out, canceling their credit cards and calling the police to report stolen identity, you know, I just felt compelled to do the right thing and do whatever I could do within my power to just give all that stuff back to the people that lost it. And I'm happy to report to you guys here on YouTube. The whole story was posted to my Instagram, but if you didn't see that, man, I'm so happy to report to you guys here on the tube that we did get that wallet back to the owners. They came out here to the house. I gave it back to them with everything that they lost inside of there and intact, just as they left it, and they were so grateful. They were so thankful to me. It felt so good to do that. It was one of the best feelings that I've had in a very long time, to return that wallet to them. You know, I could be the one to find that wallet, give it back to those people, see the look on their faces and have them thank me 10 times and take this picture with me. I'll throw up on the screen right here. That was the husband of the lady that lost her wallet. And man, it was a super cool experience, man. They were so happy and so grateful, and it was one of the best, most positive, uplifting feelings that I've had in a very long time. So with that being said, you know, I'd like to think that maybe, you know, this is a little bit of good karma, that instead of the crazy lady who was mad at me, who could have potentially found my reel and snagged it, that she didn't, and it was luckily a fellow sportsman and fisherman. Picked it up, held it, kept it safe in his garage until he could find me. And luckily, we made the reunion happen, reunited, and it feels so good. Super stoked, man. Super stoked. Man, if you guys didn't see the video on the day where I was down at the park and all of a sudden this lady just started yelling at me about all kinds of crazy stuff, go check that out, man. Maybe there'll be a link up on the screen right now, down in the description. If not, it's up there, man. It's just a couple videos back, man. And yeah, dude, super stoked. Happy to have been wrong. Sorry for accusing that crazy lady of stealing my rod. And yeah, man, we're gonna learn from this and move on. The rod is back home safe and sound. But I have one more thing to report. I already ordered a replacement. Yeah, I bought something to take the place of this, and you guys are just gonna have to stay tuned to find out what that is, because I'm gonna do a video, huge unboxing coming soon, guys. I'm gonna bust out over $500 worth of gear right here on this channel at one time for you guys, so make sure you subscribe so you see that video in the future. It's coming, man. A new rod, a new reel, a whole bunch of tackle. Stay tuned, man. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.